Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Good to see all of you again. Scrapper that delivers called yesterday. He showed up after dark, said he had two machines for me. So I asked him how it was going with scrap, and he said it was slow, and I can probably figure out why. It's been blistering hot. People aren't outside doing anything. They're inside the air conditioning trying to stay cool. I'm sure the only scrap he's getting is from commercial establishments and not residential. So most of these scrappers have made connections with dealerships like Ford and Chevy. They'll go by their body shops or the mechanics bays and pick up anything metal, usually brake parts like brake calipers, stuff like that, rotors, gas tanks, the starters and alternators. They go back to the manufacturer or the auto parts store for cores, but anything else he'll pick up. So he'll have a scheduled pickup, like Mondays he'll go to Ford and pick up what they have. Like I said, auto body shops. He'll get all the fenders and crinkled up hoods and all that jazz. So he's got a little income coming in that way. But the residential stuff, like I said, it's dried up. So I kind of looked these over on the trailer, and we'll go through these. First off, I'll give you the engine number on this machine. It's called a Tough Block. We're going to look at it. It just looks like a quantum engine on a Craftsman deck. So the engine number on this is 129802-0894-01. Production date 12th month, 8th day of 95. So this is an oldie but goodie. So this is a 1995 engine on this Tough Block. I have never seen this brand before, not that I'm an expert in small engines. I have not had one of these come across my driveway. So a couple observations. New plug and looks like a new coil wire. The reason I say that is the aftermarket coils now are coming without the boot. I discussed that in another video, how cheap they are. They can't even put a boot on here. And I could just tell by the rubber here that it's a new coil. So this thing probably had ignition issue, and they threw some ignition parts on it. Single turd. The other turd's on the other unit I got 2 units for $20. This was a $10 buy. 5 horsepower, Power Pro. Oh, KMart, didn't see that. That explains a lot. Made exclusively for KMart. For all you old folks, you know Kmart, but you young kids, it was a department store, kind of like a Target or a Walmart type deal. So front wheel drive on this, power flow. Oh, power flow something cutting system, but this is power block. Didn't realize there was a difference. So I gave him a price of 10 just because this thing's got issues. Big kink in the drive cable here. Both rear wheels are aftermarket, or maybe that's aftermarket on the front. Probably green goes with green. Safety brake cable is broken. This isn't the right cable for the safety brake. You can see how it mimics the Craftsman style handle here. That's a crafty handle. Then we got the throttle speed here. So this is an American Yard Products, AYP, McRae, Georgia. The model is the looks like Romeo Bravo SP225 QA. Serial number 043096 Tango 012696. So I was looking this over with him because I had seen the printing here, and I said, oh, that looks like Spanish. And he knew a little bit of Spanish, and he said, yeah, that's Spanish. So they must have exported this thing. It's in Spanish here and then English here. So usually you don't see that, or not lately. Stuff comes from Mexico. I'm surprised back in '95 we were shipping mowers down south, but it appears that's the case with this thing. It's got the little cover here. Usually that's missing. Like I said, I wrapped this wire here to try to start it. He said this one ran. I didn't test it last night, but we're going to try to start it now. So I jimmied up the kill switch here to try to start it. So it's got a little gas in it. He did say it ran. It's got enough oil, well used. So let me put you back in the stand. We'll try starting this thing. Looks like there's action in the cable here for the drive. Before we do that, why don't we turn it over and see what the underside looks like. And then we'll look at the Murray I got. I got a 21-inch Murray for 10 as well. That's in rough shape. I wasn't about to pay a lot. I've got enough junk now to fix. The reason I took this one because I want the engine. I've got a couple of Turos with dead Quantums. If this thing starts, then we'll use this engine on something else. The machine's got too many problems here for me to fix. Both wheels are cockeyed. I kind of had to come over here on the tippy toes because this thing wanted to go all over the place. So I don't know why that's screwed up. And then we got screwed up cables. This isn't worth fixing. It's pretty well used, but I want the engine. The engine's what's valuable to me for another project. Okay, so this isn't good. Right off the bat, we're off of the adapter here, and it looks like they had a strike. The leading edge here is pointed down. You can see this side is more flat. So this shouldn't be like this. So the other thing that'd be salvageable if this thing moves would be the transmission. It's an oldie but goodie on the transmission. So I hope the keyway isn't sheared, but he said it ran. So they hit something. Blade took the full force, knocked it off of the adapter, and of course bent this side. So it kind of looks like a high tunnel Craftsman. All the sheet metal back here. Okay, let's pull on this thing. What I'll have to do is ground out the plug if it starts, or remove the wire there. to kill it, since the safety brake don't work. This is a priming unit. Before we do anything, let's look at the filter. This is old style, when you got the throttle control cable here on the side. Okay, no filter. Let me see if it primes. It did prime, so that's working. We may be into this for a carb clean, since it had no filter. We may have some contamination. Okay, let's go to work on this. Okay, so it started, went to remove the wire, and it still didn't kill it. So I don't know what's going on over here. I just ground out the plug like that. Went to engage it. It did engage, but you heard all that clatter. It sounds like the blade's hitting something. That sounded pretty bad. Went to engage the front wheel drive, and the blade, oh, I can see what the issue is just from here. Let me save my left arm. So it's hitting here. I wonder if that caused this and not a rock strike, if it's been hitting this. But that's all fresh, chewed up metal. Okay, that's really close right there. The tin here doesn't appear to be loose. It seems tight. So why is this hitting here when you engage the wheels? That's an odd thing. Is the belt putting tension on it and moving the blade cockeyed? We've got a little bit of end play here. But nothing to alarm me. That's crazy. You go to put it in gear, and it starts chopping right there. Unless it's some other rattling somewhere. I don't know, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to pull off the blade, remove the engine, and put the engine on a Turo recycler. Okay. So I'm happy with that one. Let's bring up this 2016 piece of crap. So not a good haul yesterday for 20 bucks, except for the power block. The engine's worth 10 to me, but this thing showed up. Standard pusher, no gas cap. Saw that the safety brake cable was broken. Never seen one break down here. They've got it jimmied up with the wire here. Usually they break in the middle or up at the handle. I don't see them break down here. Somebody had it jimmied with this thing, but the bar is in place, so that's fine. Wheels are kind of low to the ground. We're hitting hubcaps. Let's look at the oil. Just looking this thing over, it's all scraped up. They've been hitting stuff with it. This thing's had a rough life. So he didn't say anything about this starting, and we're low on oil. If it starts, I won't run it long. It'll need an oil change. We'll turn this one over and look at it. If I had my light, you could see some dirt and stuff down there. I can see it, but maybe you can't. See what the filter looks like. Looks like it did its job to the bitter end. This is all that's left. So it is one of these. In fact, since the other turd's not being used, it's now a double. So this is all scuffed up here. 2016, that was really abused. The sticker here, engine serial number, the first two digits, 16, that's your 2016. On the Briggs & Stratton engine serial number. 500E, 21-inch, your standard Murray pusher. Did not come with a bag. Let's turn it over. So right away we need a cable and a gas cap. And maybe a blade, depending on if this thing is salvageable. So I'll have a few bucks into this. Okay, blade doesn't appear to be too bad. It is flat. Let me pick a mark here. Okay, I got a mark there. The blade's off a little bit. So hopefully the crankshaft isn't bent. Blade's off, bent a little bit. So hopefully there's not a terrible vibration. Maybe I can salvage this by sharpening it up. Large amounts of rust. Okay, let me put you back up. Mailman's approaching my residence. We'll see if there's small packages or just white envelopes. White envelopes means bills, because nobody sends me money. Okay, we're going to have to juice this because it's got no fuel. Tank is dry. So they must have beat this thing to a pulp and decided to call it quits, possibly. I'm just going to put these wheels up just because it makes me nervous. Okay, there we go. Now we got some clearance. Okay. Let's juice the 2016. If it starts, we'll have to spend some time on this, degreasing it. and changing out some parts. Okay, let me pull on it. Okay, he put one envelope in it, in the box. Couldn't tell what it was. So you saw it kick off some blue smoke. So this thing has potential. I'm going to try it one more time. Maybe I'll put you over here and you can see the smoke come out of this. Okay, just from what I could tell, I didn't feel a whole lot of vibration. It felt like it had compression. It kicked off. So I think I'm going to move ahead with this 2016. What I'll do now, since it's mid-afternoon, I'm going to wash this off. The green one is clean. The power block, I'm not going to mess with washing off. But this thing here, I will. I'll remove the cover, recoil cover, wash this off, let the sun go to work, make the sun work for me. Since it's roasting my ass today, I'm going to make it do something for me. Get my money's worth out of this sunshine. So let me just pull off that recoil. I just want to see what's under there. I just got to grab the proper size socket. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking with fire. I just want to see how dirty it is under here. That's tight and rusty, so that hasn't been off probably in forever since it's left the factory. I don't know, where do they make these? There's a sticker somewhere on these Murrays, but not this one. I don't think this is from Mexico. Maybe it is. I don't know if it was made in the US. So I wish she had better prospects for me, but what can you do? You got to take it or leave it. Like I've said, we've had a dry summer. I wouldn't mind a tropical depression 50 miles off the coast where we get an inch of rain over 3 days or something. No hurricanes, of course. We just need the rain. No local flooding either. Over 3 days, the ground should be able to handle that. So I'll put a rag over the tank and then just degrease it. I can see all the cockroach turds in there, so cockroaches have been making a domicile out of this Murray. Okay, that's all I got for you. This shows potential, and Harvey did a good job here with the kill switch. Pulled the wire around and open up the kill linkage. But we're going to make it professional. Continue to have a good day today. Please like and subscribe. And as always, tip your waitress and wait staff. They do an awesome job. They really appreciate you leaving a generous tip. A tip and a smile goes a long way. Thanks. Come back and see me tomorrow. I think I did well for 20 bucks on these two. Please comment below. Tell me what you think, and then let me know what kind of projects you guys are going to be working on today, tomorrow, and the next day. Have a good one.